Environmental guidance. Environmental guidance uses the game world itself to subtly direct where players go and what they do. It comes from architecture and film set design, where space is shaped to guide movement. Games like The Last of Us Part 2 use lighting, debris, and layout to lead players without markers. A bright doorway or a broken wall naturally pulls attention. This matters because players feel in control while still following a designed path. When designing environmental guidance, place strong visual anchors at key decision points so players always have a direction. Also, reduce clutter around critical paths so the intended route stands out without needing explicit instructions. Reward placement. Reward placement controls behavior by positioning valuable items just off the main path to encourage exploration. This technique has been used since early platformers like Super Mario Bros. And continues in games like God of War, where chests and collectibles sit slightly out of reach. Players learn to check corners and side paths because rewards are often hidden there. When designing reward placement, ensure detours feel intentional and consistently worthwhile so players build trust in exploration. Also, vary reward types and locations to avoid predictable patterns that reduce curiosity. Checkpoint placement. Checkpoint placement controls pacing and risk-taking by deciding where players restart after failure. Games like Celeste place frequent checkpoints to encourage experimentation, while older games used sparse checkpoints to increase tension. This system influences whether players play cautiously or take risks. When designing checkpoints, place them after meaningful progress so players feel rewarded for effort. Also, adjust spacing based on difficulty to balance frustration and learning. UI feedback systems. UI feedback systems guide player actions through visual and audio signals like hit markers, health bars, or objective indicators. Games like Call of Duty use clear hit feedback to reinforce shooting behavior, while RPGs use quest markers to direct movement. This system works because players respond quickly to immediate feedback. When designing UI feedback, make signals clear and consistent so players learn what actions produce results. Also, avoid overwhelming the screen with too many indicators, which can confuse decision-making. Time pressure systems. Time pressure systems push players to act quickly by introducing countdowns or urgency. This has roots in arcade design, where timers kept gameplay fast and engaging. Games like Dead Rising and Fortnite use time limits to force decisions under pressure. This changes behavior by reducing overthinking and increasing instinctive action. When designing time pressure, ensure players have enough information to act confidently within the limit. Also, balance urgency so it creates tension without causing panic or frustration. Resource scarcity. Resource scarcity controls behavior by limiting items like ammo, health, or currency. Survival games like Resident Evil 2 Remake use scarcity to encourage careful planning and conservation. Players become more cautious because every resource matters. This system works by making choices meaningful. When designing scarcity, maintain a balance where resources feel limited but not impossible to obtain. Also, provide alternative solutions so players are not stuck when resources run out. Habit loop systems. Habit loop systems create repeated engagement through cycles of action, reward, and return. Mobile games like Clash of Clans use daily tasks and rewards to build routines. Over time, players return automatically without needing strong motivation. This system is powerful because it turns play into habit. When designing habit loops, keep actions simple and rewards consistent so the loop is easy to repeat. Also include variation within the loop to to prevent it from feeling repetitive or stale.